the first question I have is, do you want to use your real name on the podcast? Or do you want to be HERBert?
HERBert? Or pervert?
No, that's true. HERBert and pervert.
I'm fine with Richard.
Okay.
We'll just use like one name.
Okay,
That
cool.
works for me.
Okay.
Right?
All right. And how do you feel if potentially any people from here might hear it at some
Oh,
point?
wow.
Are you okay with that? Okay, cool.
I've kind of accepted it at this point.
Have
Smoke
you?
weed, everyone knows. The West has always been nice.
Because you seem outdoorsy, even though you're in Toronto. You have an outdoorsy air about you.
Yeah.
It's the whole Jesus vibe. Yeah. Do you feel like you're treated differently with long hair? Or people look at you differently? It's kind of.
I probably fit the stoner stereotype more
Okay.
this visually than I did before, but my eyes have always been this droopy.
With or without the weed. Right?
With or without the weed, exactly. Or before the hair and everything.
Oh my god.
I've always been the guy who's like, hey, you got any weed? No? You don't smoke weed? So straight edge at it, all through high school.
You didn't smoke weed in high school? Me
Not
either. Me
Maybe
either.
one
I didn't
time,
have access.
and I got your typical I can't move laying on the floor.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been here for hours. Finally come to and can get up, and I've been there for what my friends tell me is 5 minutes, maybe less. Time and space just stop.
What kind of teen were you?
Skateboarder.
Skateboarder?
Yeah.
Didn't smoke weed though. You were like
Nope.
skateboarder, short hair.
I know a lot of skateboarders that don't smoke.
I
weed.
know.
No, it's
It's about 50-50.
Yeah.
Man, probably 60-40.
yeah, probably 60-40.
But it goes back and forth. It can switch a lot. But it's just personal, right?
Totally.
Skating brings in a lot of different people. Same like this style of community, right? It's a lot of different cliques and genres that all come into the same place, and then it just melds together.
Melting pot at the hot box.
Yeah. My parents give me they always ask me when I'm getting the motorcycle.
Because of your hair, or because of you?
Vroom, vroom.
Yeah.
That's what they will.
Aww.
Leader of the
I have
pack.
been seeing some really beautiful women on motorcycles. Nice.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah.
My dad's always
The women
been
or
into them.
the motorcycles?
Both.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know enough. Like Bill 45. That's about the right to vaporize.
Multiple things.
The right to vape.
The right to it.
It's a grouping of smoking and vaporizing, and a grouping of tobacco and medical marijuana, so that they're all on the same playing field and they're all even. So they all get treated the same for their retail, and they get treated the same for their consumption.
How do you feel about that?
Well, if it goes through, it pretty much puts me out of a job, so I obviously don't like it.
Yeah.
There's other reasons I don't like it, because if you dig deep down into it, patients in any kind of condition might be forced literally to go outside in January in the middle of a blizzard to go vaporize their medical cannabis that their general physician has prescribed to them and Health Canada has given to them through a licensed producer, but they can't smoke it in their own home because it's a subsidized home, so they have to go outside in the winter. And that's the law that they've put through, and that's the healthiest thing that they can come up with, which is absurd.
Are they really that stupid? I mean,
It's just a form of control.
It's
It's funny because the federal government is working on legalizing it, but the provincial government is making it difficult for you to consume it anywhere.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different places that have gone through this. I think Washington D.C. They just voted to permanently ban the public consumption of cannabis and any cafes like the hot box already. So if there was any, they're just banned, and they're never gonna have them down there, which is a shame because it's such a nice spot in a community. I think there'll be legal injunctions and court cases, but they'll still go after anyone because it's bylaws. It's not necessarily police forces and city officials. It's these weird bylaw inspectors who have almost nothing to do, except now they'll have free range on
is
a
terrifying.
whole
Because they
industry
kind of work on commission.
that they can just be
they
like,
do.
ticket,
The more
ticket,
fines
ticket,
that
ticket.
they
And then
give
they're
out, the
huge.
more
It's
they
$4,000 for the person violating it,
sort of a
$4,000 for the employees allowing it, and $10,000 for the business. And they don't even have to shut you down the same day. It's a ticket. They give you a ticket and they say, have a good day. And they come back the next day and you're still doing it. They write a new one with the next day's date on it. And they can do that until you decide you can't pay for it. And then they can take your master business license away. And then you can't open a business anywhere in the city.
Oh my gosh.
And there's just, and then like at that point it's like lawsuits and injunctions, and it's even more time and money, and it's not.
Well, that's what they wanted to create.
Yeah.
That's what they wanted to create. They wanted to create another way to scam fucking money from fucking
Yeah.
people.
Right.
But wouldn't they make, perhaps even more allowing these businesses to function and to, like open up all over the city?
Again, they
That would be amazing
They
for
think
tourism.
but they think that businesses like this breed underground selling and stuff like that. So that's what they're
Not anymore. If that
there's
just becomes,
doesn't matter. They're still that's their whole
They're-
fucking bullshit fighting on it.
It's the
We don't want it to be sold to our kids, and we don't want anybody to be selling it to anybody else. You have to buy it from only this person. And
Do you think it's likely that the bill will be passed? What are you predicting?
well, I'm pretty sure they're gonna go for it. Kathleen Wynn's gone on record saying she'll go to court and fight it. They believe in its like healthy choices. If it goes to court, they'll lose. Surely on the fact that they'll start pulling up witnesses, and a judge or a jury or whoever they have in front of has to hear all the same things that everyone around here hears. Patients and soldiers and all these cases of medical marijuana just being ridiculously, absurdly ignored, and now they have to do inhuman to make other people do. Like, you wouldn't ask someone on dialysis to get up and go outside to do that.
It's crazy.
Sorry, we just don't want it inside. Either the CFBA or someone else more powerful will
Right.
fight it. It's too broad and too damaging for someone to not try and stop it. The same way when they tried to take away the legal right for patients in the system to grow their own, they're like, no, we're just going to change that. People went, no, you're not just going to take that. We're going to fight it. And they fought it, and now they get to keep it.
There's never been any trouble here, really.
Probably period.
Nothing
Minimal,
more
right?
than I've ever seen on a regular basis every single day at a bar. Regular, every day. Someone. It happens here like once a month.
Yeah.
Maybe you have a bad week and there's like a weird thing in one day and a weird thing another one.
Yeah.
But there's never problems.
Yeah.
There's never, a big fight or issues.
things are regulated
We don't have
here.
bouncers here.
I remember this guy, I don't know if you were working here then, but this guy came in drunk. This probably happens often. But
Yeah.
I think he came in he came in without paying, and he wasn't leaving. And I remember, I don't know if I was really high, but it felt like a musical. All of the men from the hot box, like regulars, some staff, you guys were all around like the pool table, ready to I was like, what's happening? But I think you guys handle things when things go down here.
Most of the time, you just tell people really nicely that they have to leave,
Yeah,
and they don't get a rise out of you.
Yeah.
They leave.
yeah, yeah.
That's what most people, when they're angry, want. They want
Yeah.
other people to get angry
Angry.
and have the same attitude they do, so they can justify being so upset. If you just treat them casually,
Yeah.
tell them what's up, it's time to go. You have to find a beer somewhere else.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
You're like,
Things are really, I think they're
leave.
regulated really well. Anytime I've been here or we've been here, things have been handled.
Yeah.
It's a self-regulating group. Most of the clientele are regulars, and
Yeah.
they kind of govern when the staff can't see everything, right? Come in and be like, hey, there's someone outside drinking, blah, blah, blah. Someone just did this. So it's never a problem.
We just have to stop leaving and wrestling on the way out.
Yeah.
We fight,
Tripping people.
you
I like
know,
to trip people.
aggressive stoners. Do you think of yourself as a stoner or a pothead? Or neither?
I'd probably go stoner.
Yeah?
I don't know.
Stoner.
Stoner.
If I had to pick one, but I wouldn't really want to pick one.
Yeah.
Neither is a good term.
Toker?
They both have like
Toker.
the negative association, right?
They do.
Cannabis enthusiast.
I like that. Cannabis enthusiast. That'll be
Yeah.
the name of this podcast.
I have a question. What, as you know, just like the average individual who wants to support the use of cannabis, what do we do?
Be more open about it.
Just be more open about
I think at this point that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people coming out of the closet
Oh my
and
God,
being able to like
guys.
publicly come out and be
Let's
like,
do it.
hey, because a lot of people
Write letters
it's
to the
not necessarily the writing letters. I think it's about participating in like the 420 events,
Yeah.
participating in like the marches. Going to the
Starting a
lounges,
church.
telling your friends. People have
Worship
started
of weed.
churches, all kinds of stuff to like show
Yeah.
their support, and they've all put their little cracks in the dam.
That's a good idea.
Each one, right? And it all just normalizes it. Since starting here, it's such a normal thing. From like seedy, dark like handoffs to dispensaries with brick walls and a nice packaging. You can talk about it, how the flavor is. Like, why not share that?
Yes.
For a good friend of mine once said, like, how long is it going to take so you can show up at a friend's house with a nice nug instead of a bottle of wine? You can totally do that now. Like, all that's missing is the legal legislation. People can do it. They know how to do it, where to get it. Everyone's paying taxes on most of it anyways. Just change the laws. That better be all they have to do in spring next year.
Oh no, they're gonna mess everything.
Because everyone has
fucking
a
up.
misconception about what they announced, and that next year it'll be legal, when that's not the case at all.
Next
The
year they
announcement
will
was
be.
They will begin and they will release what they will say is the legalization process. So all they've said is wait till next year and we'll tell you what we're gonna do. And who knows what they're
Right.
gonna do.
So that means there's still hope.
They might stall.
There's still
they,
hope,
They might
and
stall
there's-
until they're out of office.
And it gives them more wiggle room, right? Because maybe
That's a re-election candidate there. For Trudeau, think about it.
No, that's not. That won't get him back in a second
He's
time.
gonna say, oh, tomorrow.
You took too long. Sorry, buddy. Fuck off.
We'll go up and do the same thing as did last time.
Nope.
Think about it.
Nope, they won't fall for it twice.
they won't fall for it twice.
They won't fall for it twice.
Everybody wants to smoke. Have you seen the kids out
Hey.
there?
You had 4 years to do it. Nope, sorry, you won't fall for it twice. No.
Yeah.
No, most kids will.
Somebody else in that time will have come up with the plan.
With a proper
The NDP will have a leader who says, forget decriminalization. Now the NDP supports full legalization. Here's our full map how to do it. We want the majority government this time because we just got screwed out of it this last time. And we know what to do. Tell them we'll legalize marijuana and they'll vote for you.
You know
And
who's competing this time? LCBO and Shoppers Drug Mart.
they won't get it.
No, neither of them.
I hope they don't. At
Nope.
least the
Shoppers Drug
LCBO.
Mart
That
as a
would be
pharmacy
such
are
a
not getting
terrible
monopoly on it.
mistake.
No way. No way.
They want it,
can
and they're
imagine.
gonna try
Every
and
other-
buy it, but I genuinely don't think that either one's gonna get it.
Just
I
because they're
think,
making a bid doesn't mean they get it.
yeah,
Again, they're making a bid now after turning it down for so long.
there's
No,
a
we don't want
long-
nothing to do it. We don't want nothing to do. No. Oh, wait a minute. You're gonna make. Okay, we
Oh,
want
yeah,
it. We want it. We want it. It's more money. Yeah. No.
The
Sorry.
LCBO
That's a cash
has
grab by
a
someone
better
that's supposed to be
chance
doing you
than
a good
At
farmers.
least the kid on the street is getting good marijuana at a nice price.
Not always.
How about that?
Not always. I've seen lots of people come in here and be like, "Oh man, this shit's great." And I'm like, "No, that's moldy."
Yes. Ah.
Yeah, like qualities, you can get bad quality across the board.
So many strains to choose from. I mean, one shop store, the dispensary, at least have 12, 13 strains you can choose from. That's great, I think.
It is great. You're
It is.
right.
Yeah.
And that's the model
I
we should
really
roll with
appreciate
is
that.
We just
private
need that
licensed
to be.
businesses who can decide, I want to carry
This product.
these,
But see,
and
now,
the other ones want
I
to carry
am buying
these,
these-
instead of going to Shoppers, and they're always being Shoppers brand A, B, and C. That's what you get in every Shoppers across the country. You can get high THC, low THC, or high CBD, and that's the
it.
only choice you get. That would
That's how
suck.
it is with Tilray.
And you get one type of shatter. Done. It's over. You get the BHO. It's called the BHO.
I don't like that idea.
Like, it's a terrible, but they'll do it, and it'll say Life Brand right on it. Wouldn't you love getting something that, say, a private citizen grew in their backyard up
Yeah.
north in Muskoka? They have a license to grow 12 plants, which is twice what they say is going to be legal. Because he applied for it, he spends money on it. An inspector comes to his property and says, yes, these plants are being grown properly. I've taken a piece, I've checked it for pesticides, you're not using anything we haven't already recommended or approved. Now you can sell these to any of the licensed
Secure it properly.
licensed retailers that are on this list. And you can choose one because you're like, I really like these people because they're my next door neighbors. So I'm going to go to this dispensary and offload the 5 extra pounds that I didn't need for my own for them at a great price because I grew it for practically nothing and they're friends of mine. And they're going to turn around and do the same thing. So you get a $7 gram and it's like 25% THC and it smells like apples. And it's
Yeah, I
called
want it.
Muskoka apples.
I want
Like, that's a beautiful system, but they don't want that. They want to monopolize it. They want all these things, but people don't want that. People want the other system. There are, I think it's like 17% of all Canadians have tried smoking pot at least
70.
once. 70? Is it 70?
No, 17 doesn't sound like.
No,
17
is
not
like the
enough.
regular. Is like
17
every
sounds like
day.
the amount of people that didn't try pot.
If Bill 45 is passed, will this place have to close down right away? Or what do you think the process will look like?
What'll happen? I'm not sure. July 1st is the like big day. I think like part of like if it closes down, one of the things that'll probably happen is some sort of protest.
Oh, yeah.
And I can imagine myself just showing up in front of the door and sitting down and smoking because
Yeah.
this is where I came
Yeah.
to smoke
We should-
before. This is where I'm going to come to smoke afterwards.
Oh my god, we should all
So-
do that. Come here and sit out in the front naked and smoke.
Yeah, just sit here and have a little sit-in.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, I
really hope it
wouldn't
doesn't
wanna
go
work
through.
with him.
It'll be a really travesty. So we'll see. I don't know.
what I have.
But if it does, then roll forwards to the next step is. But you can only do that then.
This is true.
Too much speculation, too much worry. For now, we're just trying to figure out what to do.
And that's the last thing that as pothead stoners want to experience is worry. I try to escape worry when I come here.
Yeah.
Spothead.
Spothead? I like that. Spothead. So, what does Richard do when disco music comes on the radio?
Disco music?
Does he change it or does he dance?
I'll listen to it. I don't know. I'm not much of a dancer.
Do you ever listen to love ballads on your own time?
Not regularly.
Okay.
Power love ballad.
Power love ballads, like what? Love Hurts?
Yeah, sure.
I love that song.
Sure, that's one.
Are you pretty knowledgeable when it comes to dabbing? Shatter?
I try to be.
Yeah. Would you want to do in the future a dabology podcast, like where you kind of do like a little like tutorial and
Sure.
you smoke, have whoever there,
Yeah.
and talk about life.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Awesome.
Do a dab specific one.
Educational, yeah.